Hey friends of the channel, today is Saturday, May 13th, and the Cleveland Guardians are the worst team I have ever seen in my life. Yes, I do have an MLB best bet for you today, and we continue our streak trying to turn $2 into $32,000, but I just need a second here to rant, because I am over the Cleveland Guardians. In fact, if you are someone out there that might want another fan for your city, for your baseball team, I am now accepting applications, and I might pick one by the end of the year. Because if this is how the Cleveland Guardians are going to play baseball for the next 4 months, I am going to be so over them by the end of August. So send me in your team's application, and who knows, maybe I will accept it and be on another team. Because 40 years in the making, I don't know if I can go another 40 at this pace. With that all said, hey, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Follow me on my journey to see if I pick a new team and what the Guardians do this season. And also, smash that like button because we do have a massive slate of MLB here this Saturday and Sunday. So the weekend's just getting underway. But without further ado, let me dive into today's best bet. It's a good one. It's between the Atlanta Braves and the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays are 6 games above 500 at the moment after beating the Braves 3-0 yesterday, but they are still 7 games back of the Rays in the AL East. That just tells you how good Tampa Bay is playing at the moment. The Jays, they're going to face off against one of the best youngsters in the MLB at the moment, Bryce Elder. He's 3-0 on the season with a 1.74 ERA and a 1.11 WHIP. Now, he is 100% a ground ball pitcher and amazingly has not given up a run in 4 of his 7 starts this season. Now, I'm not saying that this guy is not a decent pitcher. He has been very good. But of his 7 starts, he has only faced a top 10 offense once. That was with the Cardinals in the first week of the season. So tonight, he will face a top 10 offense in the Blue Jays. And Elder does at times have command issues with allowing walks. In fact, he just gave up 4 walks in his last outing alone versus the Orioles. Now, he can get out of those jams as he is a ground ball pitcher with double plays. But the Toronto Blue Jays, who do tend to walk more than the average club in the majors, is in the bottom third in the league in grounding into double plays, so I would not count on it. Speaking of the Blue Jays, they're going to put Jose Berrios on the mound today, who is 3-3 with a 4.91 ERA and a 1.24 WHIP. Now, as his record would indicate, he has had great outings and not so great outings. It's not been black and white each time out, but he will have trouble in spots. When he faces a good offense, he gives up runs, like versus the Boston Red Sox a couple weeks ago. When he faces bad offenses, like the Chicago White Sox, he pitches well. Now, the one outlier in this is he did have a fantastic performance against the Rays in April, where he only gave up 4 hits and 1 earned run. He will face a Braves team tonight, though, that is top 10 in batting average and 4th in home runs, but Berrios, like Elder, is a ground ball pitcher and has only given up 4 home runs on the season, although 3 of them did come in his last 2 starts. I think, though, today we are going to see 2 pitchers struggle a little bit as these 2 offenses are much better than the pitching staffs that they have, especially in the bullpens. Both have a bullpen with an ERA over 3.78, and combined, they have blown 14 saves on the season. Now, that's nuts. Not as high, though, as the Guardians, who have 9 alone, but 14 combined is pretty bad. Both bullpens are also in the top 10 in home runs given up. So I think Elder, who is a little bit overrated, and Berrios, who is prone to get hit well, give up a bit of runs today, and this one goes over 9.5. Now, that brings us to our streak where we're trying to turn $2 into $32,000. Will we do it? Who knows? Probably not, but it is still fun to try. Yesterday, it seemed like everyone in the Boston lineup got a hit except Kiki Hernandez. So we stay at day 1, 14 days, 14 MLB prop bets, 1 goal, $32,000. And today, I am going with Jose Ramirez over 1.5 total bases. Ramirez is batting .278 lifetime versus the Angels. He had a double yesterday, and he hit a ball hard against Tyler Anderson. Today, he's going to face Detmers, who, number 1, is not a good pitcher, and number 2, gives up a ton of fly balls. There is a little weather rolling into Cleveland today, and I'll tell you, the way Ramirez was hitting the ball yesterday, I would not be surprised if he hits one out with the wind blowing out to left field, and that total of 1.5 bases gets absolutely crushed tonight. So Feel free to join us here on this challenge. Try to be perfect in 14 days. Are we going to do it? Absolutely not, but hey, who knows? Maybe. As always, I want you to sit back, relax, enjoy the start to your weekend, and get those applications in because I don't know how longer I'm going to be a Cleveland Guardians fan.